Tonight, from Toronto, Canada, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Toronto Mounties taking on Jared Goff and the London Monarchs.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Monarchs and the Toronto Mounties. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Toronto Ball Club as they enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory, and
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
there's a toughness about Jared Goff that maybe he doesn't get enough credit for. His freshman year at Cal, team went 1-11. His rookie year with the Rams, he was 0-7 as a starter. Undaunted in either case, and has come back each and every time to flash the ability that made him the #1 overall pick in the draft when he came out of Cal.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. A shotgun snap for Goff. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
On first down, it's gone. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 25-yard.
From the gun, here's Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try to run with Harris. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. A very early decision to be made here.
There is, and I think that because they're the home team, I would ride that wave a little bit, and I would gamble and go for it. Doesn't seem like it's optimal, but you're the home team. You'll get the support of the crowd all game long. Go get it right now and put 6 on the board.
So on 4th down, Goff will yield to Greg Zuerlein for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
Mounties, nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college, his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
Carr now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Knight. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. He's got this one completed to Mims. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Damian Harris with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be second down.
On the coverage.
Throwing again. Carr. They'll go screen here to Hunt. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard.
London about set to take over on offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Damian Harris, the ball carrier.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard
line. It's a gain of 6. And the London.
They run with Harris. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's brought down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Goff on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Damian Harris, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, Goff. And his throw is incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
It's 3rd down.
Back to throw, Goff. He gets it to Brown, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here's Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
2nd down and goal. Goff. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Throwing again is Goff. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
13. Mounties, nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
6-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
39 yards on the punt. Give them just 1 yard on the return.
At their own 20.
They've got the lead, and certainly a big reason why some of these catches we take a look at right now.
And I've seen it so many times that when units start to play really well, they feed off of each other and play even better. And they're making every catch possible. Contested, non-contested, easy, difficult, big-time plays. And right now, that's why their team's in the lead.
Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On first down, Harris. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
This is Harris.
7.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. There's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the first down sack. Goff, and he will find his big tight end over the middle. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. From the gun on third down, Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They run for it with Harris. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 4, this is second down and 1. Goff now looks to throw. And it's caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
Down to the end zone. Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Or something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike out with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Number 87.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. To throw once more on second and 10. Carr. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's
he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there is just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now gone.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted.
Picked off near the 44. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run again with Hunt. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Knight.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Carr now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And 1.
They'll come out in the pistol. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. But it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Shaquille Griffin, their defense.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time.
But now it'll be 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And on now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now, because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
On play action, it's Carr.
Connection made with Chenault.
And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. Wilson against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. It's gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
A.J. Brown. Incomplete.
Like what they did there. Dialed up the pressure. He felt it all around him, and they were able to get to him before he could deliver the ball cleanly.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And he completes it to Hunt. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
From the gun, Carr. that'll be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing his car on third down. Incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Covered by Jair.
To throw again. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be third and a mile. Able to complete this to Shenault. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Complete to Charlie Werner. 10 yards.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun. Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At the 29-yard line.
Carr to throw again. That one is caught by Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 21-yard line.
Now Carr again. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. In trouble, and he's taken down. But we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
From the gun, here's Goff. Looking left sideline, it's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Harris. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there. So maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle by Jelani Tavai. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 23-yard line.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
So this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Harris. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for our visitors, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.